Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good week in the stock market. Friday, June 4th. And the SPY hit all-time highs again. Look at this thing. All these red candles and it's climbing up. The overall market's so propped up right now. It's insane. Yeah, the whole market is just it's all rigged. I've got more SPY puts for. I did have ones for today, but they expired worthless. Got some for Monday and then some for next Friday. And yeah, we'll see how they go. They're pretty far. Got some. Let's see, 408 strike. Yeah, we'll go over those in a minute. GME, kind of consolidation today. On the technical analysis on hourly, it's bearish. We've got 9 moving average with red candles below it. We've got a MACD crossover here. However, it is kind of holding. It's not falling out of the sky. It's kind of holding different support levels. It did kind of sell off here in the last hour or so. But if you look on the daily, actually, it's still pretty good. Just kind of looks like it's consolidating. We're still over the 9 moving average. Yeah, and the volume decreasing. So I bought a lot of calls for next week, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna share the person that came up with this. So basically, this was a failed to deliver. We've had 3 failed to deliver crossovers where the T21 and T35. We'll go over it specifically, but where they've happened. It's been once here. It's been once here. And then it's been once here that we just had. So we've had other failed to deliver dates, but none of them have crossed over. We had one that was here. That was just one of them. And I think one that was in here somewhere. So this is the first one we've had a crossover since March. And March is the first one we had since January. So with that, you can see here, cruising along. This was before anything. But same deal. Failed to deliver, big bump up. Okay, and then it bumped up and found this floor up here. Does this look familiar at all? Somewhat. Big bump up, consolidates up there. So let's count the days here from the bump up to the peak on this first squeeze. So this is the first big day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So on the 11th day, 10 days if you're not counting the first day. On the 11th day was the peak of that first run. So this is a failed to deliver that crossed over on this day. And then 11 days from that day was the peak. Now let's look at this one over here. One's a little different, but see how it came up and then it consolidated and it kind of held that higher floor. Okay, so this is failed to deliver crossover. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 days from that day was the peak. Okay, so you're seeing we had this one, held a floor of 40. We had this one, held a floor of 120. Yeah, 120 was low. Here we just had a failed to deliver crossover. This day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 2 more days. Potentially. If you're going off that thesis. One other thing to note, if we're on the daily chart, MACD crossed over bullish back here when we had that failed to deliver crossover. Remain bullish through that little sneeze. Another failed to deliver crossover. MACD crossed over bullish. Another little failed to deliver sneeze. It did have a tiny little crossover here on one of the failed. That was a failed deliver, I think, but it wasn't a double one. Double whammy. And then look right here, failed deliver crossover. Bullish. So, if you're looking at that thesis, as well as this next week being earnings for GameStop and their shareholder meeting where they're going to count the votes, reveal the votes. I'm not sure if they're going to reveal the votes right away or how that works. However, GameStop's already tweeted MOASS, given lots of cryptic cryptic signs as to what they think's coming. So I believe we will be shooting up Monday and then Tuesday at the least. And that's the reason I got calls. So now I'm going to show you the DD that was presented. This is our Discord, this is our DD. Multiple people kind of shared different iterations of this. This is the one I read. Shout out to USharp717 for doing this. A little bit. Okay, I'm not going to read through all of it for you though. It's the T35 plus T21 when they kind of cross over or converge on the same day. So here's what I just explained to you. So it happened and then 10 days from then. So I was doing 11 days because I was counting that first day. 10 days, and we're on day 8. I shared this picture in a little post on YouTube before the market closed today as well. I've been chatting on Discord about it. I was kind of hesitant to put this out there because anybody can watch, but yeah, anyways. This also shows that the floor could possibly be much higher. Not necessarily, but potentially this would put our floor after this next little micro squeeze at, I think, in the 300s range. Let's see. Well, see, this one doubled and then this one tripled. So is this one, quadruple, triple, double? I don't know. But if it's high enough and with enough different catalysts, it's possible this could start the squeeze, the real short squeeze. On iBorrow Desk, we still have, so from yesterday, they basically borrowed all their shares and they haven't returned any of them. This is just kind of a rough guess overview of what's going on. Not hard data, it's not everything, it's just kind of a sneak peek, but we haven't had this in a while. If you look here, let's see. Yeah, actually, I didn't even looked at this before. Wow. April 30th, April 13th, March 29th. April 13th. Just seeing if it's significant. There was that big jump up on April 14th. That was after they'd borrowed all those shares. I think that was a failed deliver date also. 19th. March 19th. Anyways, to me, I think they're going to start by covering synthetics, and that's, who knows, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the float, all the fake shares, and then I believe this data will start to change once they're actually covering real shares. So until this starts changing, and this might change before then, but I'm waiting for this data to change, meaning the fee is going to get much higher, the available shares are going to fluctuate dramatically. We're going to see action on this and not just this flat line down here where it's just manipulated. Take TCAP, for example. The fee's 111%, 6,000 available, but this fluctuates. There was 19 there, 35 there, but the fee's really, really high. And then even AMC, which I think is not being manipulated on the short end, maybe even manipulated on the upside. It has a fee that's been fluctuating. So once I see that fee, that's another tell I'm looking for to know that possibly the squeeze has started, and the real ones. That might be really high, that might be early. Hard to know, but we got set up for calls for next week. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I shouldn't say I'm nervous. It's a big play for me for options. I like to allocate like 90% of my portfolio into long-term stocks and just buy them, sit on them and hold them and don't touch them. Stocks that'll be here in 10 years, ones that are safe. I think if you're just trying to trade in the stock market without experience, you might make money right away. But without experience and you're just trying to trade, you're going to lose it. So that's why I think the best to do is to buy long-term stocks and put them in a portfolio and don't touch them. Buy ones that you use or will be here in 10 years. You use AT&T phone service, Verizon, use Airbnbs, use Uber, use Amazon, what AC unit do you have? What kind of car do you drive? That sort of thing. So there's a lot of new traders out now. I'm one of them, but I've been in it now a couple years, and that's what I've learned. I've learned trading, you're just going to give it back. You're going to give it back. So take your small portion, very small portion of your portfolio, and trade with it. And that's what I'm doing. Small percentage and trading with it. And on this channel, I'm typically highlighting my trades because that's all the action that's happening. However, that's a very small percentage of my portfolio that I'm risking to try and exponentially grow quickly. And most of it, I am patient and waiting for it to grow in 10 years. And 10 years, this is stupid. It is stupid. Go get a job. This is not to make money. This is to preserve wealth and build long-term generational wealth. Build a business. That this isn't, you can do it. Some people do it. Some people make money. It's like 10% or 5% of day traders or whatever make money trading. But you're going to get burned. And then what's going to happen is you're not going to want to ever be in the stock market again because you're going to have this bad taste. Buy shares, hold them. That's it. But yeah, let me go over the trades. Like I said, so I'm precursoring that to show you these trades. These are pretty aggressive for me. Again, I've got multiple houses. My long-term just stocks, I've got 40,000 in it. Most of my stuff is not in trading and options. Most of it is in real estate and stocks. But then we've also got income from businesses. This isn't what I'm looking to for income. I would never want to put that kind of pressure on trading or options. Maybe if you get to a certain point, you could live off dividends or whatever like that. But put pressure on trading to make money and make ends meet, to me, I don't think is wise. Here we go. Call options for next week. Oh wow, they bumped up a little bit. Anyways, here they are. I got 20 naked calls, 570 strike for next Friday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Very basic, very simple. I got them naked. I didn't get debit spreads because this gives you unlimited upside potential. You debit spread, you're capping your gains, and the IV is still low enough to where that's I want unlimited upside potential in case the squeeze starts next week. I might sell out of these on Monday or Tuesday. It's hard to know. We did do some day trading, swing trading on options this week, and it was with larger GME calls, and it actually worked out pretty well. But yeah, anyways, SPY play, we're down on it because that's for next week. Puts, I bought eyes shares. That thing ran up. We still have those shares. And what else did we do today on here? SPY, bought to open, bought to close. A lot of my SPY stuff that expired today expired worthless because SPY is being propped up like Pinocchio, and it didn't come down. So those expired worthless. Tesla, the call credit spread, our bearish play on Tesla expired worthless, which is what we want because we received a credit to open it. To close it, we have to buy it back, and if you have to buy it back for nothing, you just get to keep all that credit. So that was nice. That was like an $850 play from this week. And then we bought all these GME. I got in and out of U1. That one might keep going. I wanted less exposure, and I liked what Eyes was doing, so got into Eyes. Also, we still have our place. We're setting up plays for the chlorine shortage and pools. Hayward, Leslie, and yeah, that's it for now. SPY's at all-time highs. We've got puts on it for next week. I mean, it might not dramatically come down. It might kind of consolidate and trade in this range, but not only is the chart telling me it's going to come down, but then the whole thesis with GME and sucking all the life out of the rest of the market because their long positions the hedge funds have to close to cover their short positions, and when they close a long position, it goes down. When they close a short position, it goes up. So that's why I'm playing it that way. So, yeah, that's what I got for you guys. TD Ameritrade account. Yeah, this Rocket call. Actually, let me check. This Rocket call is expired worthless. I should have sold more. It bumped up yesterday, and I sold a couple at a 30% gain, and then it was so quick. Then it quickly went back to like down 60%. I was like, no. We had a covered call on Rocket, as well as Airbnb on our long term. So with the long term, that is one nice thing you can do is you can sell covered calls, and I do that. So it's kind of like a dividend in a way, because Yeah, so let's see what we got here. Here's our long terms on Fidelity. I'm new to Fidelity, so still figuring out how everything works on here. So it looks like it closed our Rocket covered call. Here's our Airbnb covered call. I think it has until maybe 5 or 6 o'clock to close these out. So that's why you typically want to close out your options. I have a minimum order of $1 to close this, so it hasn't closed. Just in case Airbnb goes up, they're going to try and exercise me. I think I'll be fine though. I am hoping so at least. But yeah, this is our long term. Oh, I did buy some more shares of Square today for the long term. Square announced that they're going to be doing something with crypto. I already have a position. I'd like a bigger position. I wanted to wait. I'm looking to get more value right now, but that news on Square, I wanted to get a little more exposure to that. So, whew, it's been a good week though. Let's see on the. I don't even know how to look at the weekly on here. I think our long term came up this week though. I think we're up some on the long term. Yeah, probably. I mean, today we're up 765. So, I don't know. Trading, hard to know, really. This account's mostly just swings around with GME shares. So, I mean, we're up on the week, but down on the last 2 days. And then E-Trade, of course. Yeah, I think, yeah, we made money on this this week. That, we're at 22,000. And I still have a lot of money out there with all these GME and SPY plays. Whew. If you guys haven't subbed up, like up, comment down, please do so. Happy Money sticks around. We've got our Twitter at Happy Money YT, and like I showed you, our Discord, which is in the, and you guys can post GIFs on there. That's in the description. I have no response to that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. Next week might be a life changer. Might be a different week for all of us. Thank you. Peace out.